Hi, friend. Welcome to today's live marketing session. I hope you are having a fabulous week so far. We're almost to the end, right? Oh my gosh, I feel like these last few weeks have totally blown past us. So tell me, what is something amazing that has happened so far this week? I would love to know. And I'll tell you about mine in just a little bit. So, I hope that you enjoy today's training because what I want to talk to you about is why you, as a personal brand, should get on live video if you have not yet. So I'd love to know, are you currently going live, whether it's on Facebook, on Instagram, maybe even on LinkedIn, if you've gotten approved for that? We could even say just, or just video on TikTok, any platform. I'd love to know if you are taking advantage of video, especially live video. Say live or no live, if you are or if you aren't. And so what I'm going to share with you today is why you should be, if you're not, as a personal brand. So if you are ready to establish a personal brand that's going to reach more of your ideal audience, then you want to start using live video like yesterday. Okay, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to share some tips as to how to do it. But first of all, I want to talk about why and why it's so important nowadays for us as entrepreneurs, as coaches, as consultants, as representatives of a brand, even if you work for another company, why going live is so important. So if you're currently going live, give me a live. If you're not, say no live, because I'd love to know. And it's okay if you're currently not. Hey, we all have to start from somewhere, right? So in order to reach more of that ideal audience and to stand out from the competition, that's what live is going to do with you. It's going to give you more of a social media presence. It's going to develop human relationships with your ideal audience. And so it gives this human effect to you as a personal brand, which is your business, okay? But instead of putting your business out there first and your products or services, as an entrepreneur, it's so important to put yourself out there first as your personal brand. So before we officially get started, if you are new to Hype Media, I want to welcome you. My name is Ginna. I am the owner and founder of Hype Media, and we are a boutique social media marketing agency supporting small businesses as well as female entrepreneurs through our done for you and done with you services, where we help you define and elevate your brand, your personal style, and help you target and reach more of your ideal audience so that you make and bring in a bigger business. Okay, so for a business to grow, honestly, any business to grow, you do have to establish yourself, or your business has to establish itself as a brand. And having a clear strategy is really important. Now, us entrepreneurs, we are not Nike, right? We're not Lululemon. We're not these big companies. We are people. And so for us as people running our businesses, it's really important to have a clear personal brand strategy so that when you're putting yourself out there, whether it's with posts, just still images, content, maybe you're even blogging, things like that, you want to put yourself out there in a way that people are going to be able to build a human connection with you as a person. And then that follows through into your brand and your business. So why do you want to start going live? You can build your brand with live streaming pretty simply. You literally just hit go live button and you are live. Okay. Now, I know it may not sound as simple as that. There are some strategies behind it to really elevate going live so that you make those lives convert and you can connect with the people that watch them, and you can get more people to watch them and respond to your offers. So there is some additional work that goes into play, but it's really not that difficult. It's just knowing exactly what to do and how to do it effectively and efficiently without being overwhelmed and getting stressed out about it. You know, it used to be more traditional where businesses and brands would put themselves out there on television, radio, and then billboards came into play. But once social media became part of the game, now you have these platforms where you can actually speak to your ideal audience as a human. They can get to know you. You start to build a persona that they can connect with. Another thing is, when you're live, anything can happen. And you might think, oh, but what if I mess up? I don't want people to get the wrong impression about me. Guess what? You're a human. And so going live and making mistakes and people seeing that actually, I think, builds authority. It entertains a bit, and it just makes you a real human, which is what people want. Nowadays, people really want to connect more so with a personal brand, with a human being, than with a logo, which is not a brand, by the way. It's not a personal brand, at least, or with a website. They don't want to connect with your website. They want to connect with you first, and then you can lead them to your website. So before I started officially, I told you that you might hear some yelling in the background. So those are kinds of things that can happen, right? I work from home. I have a home office. I don't work out of the home. So when I go live, literally anything can happen. And funny things have happened, and it's okay. We just roll with it and we keep going. So how do you get into live marketing? Okay. Just a second ago, I told you it's really as simple as just clicking go live. Now, there are some strategies that you want to incorporate before you actually hit that live button. For example, when you set a date to go live, maybe you want to use a third-party app like what I'm using right now, Be Live, to schedule the live ahead of time. You have up to 7 days to schedule ahead of time, and it stays on your page like a post. Then the day that you go live, it starts to give a countdown a little bit before, which is awesome. Now, how do we get people to see that post, right? A lot of that plays into the engagement levels on your page, how your content is. Are you connecting? Are you creating conversations so that people are connecting with your page and your page is being distributed out to more people? So that's specific for Facebook. But whatever platform you use, you do want to notify people ahead of time that you're going to go live. So if you schedule ahead of time with a third-party tool, you can grab a link to that post and let people know via email earlier that week or that morning, maybe through a chat bot. Set up posts leading up to your actual live, maybe a couple days in advance. So there's many different ways to get people to know that you're going to go live. Send out personal messages and just give a link to your page if you don't actually have your live scheduled ahead of time. So those are just some quick ideas. When you go live, you're able to, again, make yourself more human than your logo, your website, your products, or your services. And so slowly but surely, I personally feel, in my experience, that people that are just pushing product and services, that's going to start to fade away. No one wants to pay attention to that. They're going to ignore you. So if that is how you approach your social media marketing, I would start to think twice about what you're posting and how you're posting it before you actually post. You're probably not getting the engagement that you should be getting with all of the time you're investing and putting content out there. And if you're seeing that you're not getting the engagement, you just might as well not post at all. It's really a waste of time. So change your strategy, make it more human. And so live video allows you to do that pretty instantly, because as soon as that camera starts, they're getting to know you. It's not like I have Style Rebel Mama from my image consulting business. I don't have that logo showing and talking to you, or Hype Media's logo showing and speaking to you. It's me. It's Ginna Tassinelli as the human behind Hype Media. Or actually, I'm putting myself in front of Hype Media as the personal brand for Hype Media. You're also able to build a brand story when you go live. So what happens is when you're going live, people are seeing you speak as a person, right? You're creating a connection, and they start to get to know you. They may end up messaging you through Messenger. Maybe over time, if you keep your lives consistent, which is something that we try to do here at Hype Media, as well as with Style Rebel Mama, as well as with our coaching clients and our Done For You clients, we suggest going live at the same time on the same day of the week every week. Keep it consistent, just like a show. So, like, if you watch television, you're going to be seeing the same show that you like happens at the same time on the same day every week, right? The same thing should happen with your live videos as well. You also are able to capture people paying less and giving more quality, because you're able to reach a wider audience. Now, typically when you go live, you don't always tend to get a lot of people watching live with you. Most people will watch on the replay, but there are strategies to elevate that, to make the actual live viewers go up versus them just coming in through the replay. So let's talk about the features of going live really quick. And then I'm going to tell you, and then I'm going to give you some ideas on how live streaming can actually boost your brand. Okay. So some of the things that live streaming will do is not only will it give your brand a personality, so it's going to show your personality to your ideal audience, but it's also going to leave people with a really good impression, because instead of them just reading your content, they're going to hear you communicate that content. And so they get a really good idea of how knowledgeable you are. As a personal brand, when you build your business yourself as a personal brand, you seem more to be an expert than just somebody posting content and hoping that people buy from you, right? So when you go live, they get a visual, they can connect with you more. It's going to help you increase your reach, which is amazing. There's really no other ways other than going live on video to increase and expand the reach that you can, like you can with video. And it doesn't matter the platform that you use, whether it's YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, or now LinkedIn, and there's other ones as well. It just really allows you to expand that reach than you normally would if you were just maybe putting a blog post out there, or just regular content on social media. It's going to give you the opportunity to inform others and stay personable, which I know I keep, touching on that point, but it's so important. It also will help foster more engagement. That's what we want. It allows for a two-way communication. So when I asked you earlier, are you going live or are you not going live? Some commented. So that allows for engagement. And the more engagement that you can get on live video, the more your page or whatever platform you are, the more you're going to be showing up in the newsfeed to your audience. Okay. So it really helps boost that reach and engagement. It's also super easy to set up because you're most likely already using the platform. So literally just by tapping on go live, you go live. Same thing with Instagram. You hit the little camera button and you choose live and you can go live. I mean, the setup is really, really simple. Now you do want to pay attention to like your lighting, your background, things like that. Which actually I just did a training on that on the Style Rebel Mama page yesterday. So if you go over there, you can check that out. And we talked all about that. And it's also super cost effective. You don't really need additional equipment. Now, for lighting, you may want to get, an extra light to put behind your camera, but there's little ring ones that clip on your laptop or even on your phone that you can use. Tripods are really inexpensive if you need a tripod, or just stack. You know, right now I have actually my laptop stacked on a couple boxes, and then I do have a webcam attached to it because I do find that the camera that's integrated inside of my laptop, the quality is not as great. So I use a webcam. It's the Logitech HD 1080p, and it works amazing. The last thing that I wanted to say is that you can really, really get a good feel for who your audience is and if you're actually speaking to the right audience. And, you know, over time, your live viewership will expand. Over time, the replays will expand. Those numbers will go up. There's other things, like I mentioned before, that you can do ahead of time to pre-promote, get more people to come and watch your video. And then even when your video is done, there's lots of repurposing strategies that you can do as well. Turn it into a blog post, splice it up into different pieces, and make little like 10 to 15-second clips of your live. You can also create quote cards from something that you said in your live. There's just so many ways to repurpose that one piece of content through live streaming that it makes your whole content creation process a lot more effective and efficient as well. Okay, so how can live streaming boost your brand? All right, so let's talk about that. So one thing that I love is how it can show behind the scenes. So if I wanted to, which I really don't right now, but I will another time, I will show you guys behind the scenes of my desk. Right now it's an absolute mess because I'm actually moving my desk to another room. But so behind me, it's like a hot mess. You guys definitely don't want to see that. But I'm able to take people behind the scenes. You know, maybe if you are an interior designer, you can take them on a job project or take them in your workroom. If you are in the process of writing a book, you can, you know, do a quick live video while you're writing the book. Maybe you're at the beach writing pieces of your book. So you can take people with you and they can really experience what you do with life. It's not just all about business when you have a personal brand. You can also do live company announcements. So, you know, maybe it's somebody's anniversary, maybe you're launching something. All of these things you can do with live video instead of just creating a piece of content, putting it out there and hoping that it gets seen. One of my favorite ways, and I've been doing a lot of this, is interviewing and collaborating with other people. So I love bringing a guest on and interviewing them. And what happens is not only are they, you know, you're helping them by getting them exposed to your audience, but they are also exposing you to their audience. So that's another really great way to use live video, is by collaborating and getting on with other experts or influencers and interviewing them. And so I love doing that with live video. You can also do some fun live giveaways. During my recent Elevate Your Personal Brand Style and Visibility workshop, every single day I had a live giveaway. So I had everyone's name in here. I shook it up. I pulled out their name and they won something. So that's, you know, that was super fun. It was very highly engaged. And I know that that time of day when I was doing the giveaway live, they were excited to see who won because it was possibly them. So that's another really fun, engaging way to use live video. You can also, and I just touched on this one, so this is my last one, but repurposing your live streams. I'd have to say, out of all of the reasons why going live, to go live, that might be like one of my top two. So what happens is we can take this specific live, I can transcribe my audio into a blog post, and all I have to do is add some images, format it so that it looks, you know, so it's formatted for a blog post with my headlines, all of that. And now it's a blog post. The other thing is chop little pieces up and make little videos out of this. I can also take this video and load it to YouTube. I can load it to IGTV, which I do with Style Rebel Mama videos. And soon we're going to start it with Hype Media. So I hope you guys found this helpful. What I wanted to share with you is something that's I'm so thankful for, that it finally got off its feet, and I can't wait for those that are inside of this new amazing program that kicks off next week. And this is the Splash Marketing Collective. If you have not heard about it yet, I just dropped the link in the comment section, so make sure to check that out. This is my new group coaching program where I support you in building a business that's elevated with visibility and a targeted audience. So check out all of the details on the link. The link is in the comments. And if you haven't gone through my free 5-day Elevate Your Brand Style and Visibility workshop, you're going to want to start there. You can still get access to all of the replays as well as the workshop workbook inside of the free workshop group. So just drop the word workshop down below and you should get a message via Messenger to get you access into that group. There are so many amazing nuggets in there throughout those 5 days, and there's also a few bonus sessions as well. So definitely check that out. And then for further support, this has been inspired by my one-on-one coaching clients to put together a group coaching program for you. So this is a 6-month program, and we start with optimizing and building your social media profiles, business profiles on Facebook and Instagram, optimizing those correctly. Okay, so we're going to work on that the first month. Also, the first month, we're going to build a low budget Facebook ads campaign to start getting more eyeballs over to you. Should I drop it again since I missed some? Oh, so if you're in the workshop, if you're in the workshop group, Judy, you can go straight back in there and just go to the unit section of the workshop group and keep following through all of those videos. But if you're not, then drop the word workshop and I'll get you back in. But I think you're in there. So yeah, Splash Marketing Collective, we start with optimizing your Facebook and Instagram profiles. And we also work on defining your brand, your personal brand, which is what the workshop was about. But we are going to get more in depth into this so that you start using your business as a personal brand, not as a product or a service or just a business, but as a personal brand. Then we move into other training. So there's going to be chatbot marketing training, Facebook ads training, email marketing training, how to create lead magnets, how to create content. You're going to get templates on content creation. We are also going to have some expert trainers come in as well. We're going to talk about Pinterest. It's really an all-encompassing business building on social media program. Okay. There are weekly live trainings as well as once a month. There's a 2-hour coaching call via Zoom with me so that we can implement. It's going to be like a working call so that we can implement everything that we've learned throughout the month together if you haven't. And I can also help you get past some of, any challenges that you're having along the way. Hey guys, so I hope that you check out Splash, say workshop. If you want to get into the free workshop group and catch up on all of those replays to the Elevate Your Personal Brand Style and Visibility workshop. And don't forget to check out Splash. We kick off next week. I cannot wait. All the details are on the page on the splash page, which I just dropped the link a little bit above in the middle of all those comments. Okay, so I will see you next Thursday right here at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Have a great rest of the day. Bye.